Let's go check for eggs.
Biscuits, bacon, smelling mama's pie. Fireflies dance in the southern breeze. Footprints of life left with such ease. Whiskey and wildflowers fill the air. Stories of love and hearts laid bare. Cooling under stars with a faithful tune. In the silence of the summer moon.
Welcome everyone, especially if you're new. I'm Sam, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. We have quite the story that we want to share with you today about a shocking surprise that occurred here on the farm. Shocking to us, that is. I couldn't even begin to count on two hands how many shocking surprises that we've had on our very little hobby farm. And the morning that we're referring to is one of them. I mean, it's kind of our form of entertainment, if you will. So we're bringing, hopefully, something that you'll enjoy hearing and are a little entertained by when I tell you this story. So this typical morning, Blake got the wheelbarrow, filled it up with hay for the bucks, and was heading to the pasture to tend to them. All of the animals were doing perfectly fine. Everyone was accounted for. Nothing out of the ordinary. So Blake went ahead and got all of his chores finished. Then we headed over to the coop. Now you'll notice Big Red and Little Debbie. Those two ladies are the main characters in today's story. Little Debbie, our Bantam hen, has been sitting on a clutch of eggs, but Big Red had other things in mind. So Brent is here checking things off of his list, and then after he feeds and waters, he goes to check. Here, I'll show you. Oh, but wait a second. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I can't show you just yet because right here is Big Red. Now let's just give you a little bit of a backstory. Big Red lays on a regular basis. She has her own signature nesting box that she goes to and lays her eggs. Little Debbie was in another nesting box where she was doing her job, waiting for these little babies to grow and hatch. Right? Right. No. About 3 to 4 days before things started to become kind of, strange, we noticed Big Red was not laying. Are you putting two and two together yet? Big Red quit laying. Only a handful of things can do that. We also noticed at around about the same time that Big Red was spending more time in the coop and Little Debbie was spending more time outside of it. Now, we didn't do anything or think anything at first because the chick was progressing beautifully inside of the egg. So it was being tended to while it was growing inside of the egg. Until this happened.
Nothing. Just talking to her. See if the egg.
Yes, and there it is. Our suspicions were right. Just when we were beginning to put the pieces of the puzzle together, Brent discovered this. Big Red moved in just in time for her to be sitting on this baby while it hatched. It leads me to wonder if she sensed something when she began laying her own eggs in the nesting area where Little Debbie was sitting and patiently waiting for that baby to hatch out. Big Red chick napped, nest napped Little Debbie's nest and her baby. But no worries, because these mamas work together to bring this little baby to life. How wonderful is that? And that is essentially our story for the day, y'all. So I'm just going to leave you to admire this mama and her little baby.
Guys, look.
Congratulations, Big Red and Little Debbie. You now have a beautiful, silky chick. Is that not the sweetest thing ever? I mean, just look. Big Red is being a wonderful mom. She is showing the baby how to eat, scratch at the ground, drink water, and keeping the baby nice and warm when needed. She is also a fierce protector, which actually is a very good thing. You know, but it leads me to wonder. I wonder if their attachment will stay the way that it is as that baby grows. I wonder if they'll stay pretty tight and hang around each other. Who knows? But back to the farm.
Pretty neat watching the process of this baby chick hatch naturally. Alright, now go pick the garden with my mom and dad. So I had told him to hang on a minute because I had to go run an errand, and then we were going to come back and we were going to pick the garden with y'all. And then he said, well, I forgot. I got about, what'd you say, a quarter of the way?
From there to there.
So he had hardly made it very far into the garden and already filled up a big bucket of 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes. And I'll tell you, actually, I'll show you. This is what Benny and I did a little while ago with a whole sink full of tomatoes, which was, there was another 5-gallon bucket full, wasn't it?
Yeah, but a lot of them, they kind of went split.
They did. All the rain that we've been having. He even had to take a weed eater to the garden just to make a path because amongst the tomatoes is nothing but grass. We failed this year. We did not support our tomatoes.
We didn't last year.
No, I think we did.
No.
Anywho,
We're still getting tomatoes. It's all good.
between life, schooling, doctor's appointments, life, doctor's appointments, ER visits, it all times itself just right that we just, things just, you know, the garden takes a back seat sometimes, but also it's that time of year that it's just miserable to come out here unless you're coming out after the sun goes down. And on a day like today, you can just stand and pour sweat while you're not doing anything.
Yeah. So y'all get to see my scruff and my belly.
And my wet sleeves from him using my sleeve as a rag like he's doing right now. This wasn't in the vows.
For better and worse, yes it was. This is for better. It's helping me because my eyes are burning from the sweat.
That's my best friend. It's the only reason why I let him do it. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too.
Let's go pick the garden, y'all.
Blake, did you ever find them other buckets?
What, do you already see one?
No, just keep looking.
Absolutely.
That don't mean anything.
How biggin'? There.
Or where?
Sadly, we did not tend to the garden the way that we were supposed to tend to the garden. Larry took the tiller to it, broke up the surface, and I wanted to put more wood chips down. You're supposed to do that every year. We didn't do that. So behind us used to be our zucchini and yellow squash patch. All this brown that you see behind us is dead squash and zucchini and what Larry calls volunteer tomato plants. And everything else, nothing but grass all over the garden, all throughout it. But it's sad because for the past 2 years, I've sat down with Larry and I have drawn up a blueprint of our garden and where we're going to plant things so that we kind of have a generalized idea. And I want it to look picturesque within reason. But, you know, once it gets to this point, it's just like, it's sad to come in here and see it in the state that it's in. So next year, mark my words, next year, honey, we're going to do better. Okay. And I just realized that Larry's not here talking to me. He was up there talking with his mic on, and him and Brent had the little Bantam rooster. So you might have heard them chiming in. I don't know if this will be any good to use in the video. We'll find out.
There wasn't no useful information traded.
The garden kitty. Baby Ray. Baby Ray, you eating some tomatoes?
Is it?
He's eating grass.
He's playing with the grass. So, little spots of red and yellow and orange. We have to walk all through this and pick it. Y'all, look, I can see a tomato way over there. I'll give you a couple of seconds to spot it. Let me know if you see it, and then I'll point it out.
Wow, it's so obvious.
Do you see it?
50.
I see just one right there. Bucket loads.
2 3/4, and then the rest of it's full of other goodies. Show the people what they want to see.
Full bucket loads.
All tomatoes, some corn, banana peppers, jalapenos, cucumbers.
2 full bucket loads of produce from the garden. And it feels like we just got out the shower.
How much do you think that would cost at the grocery store?
I don't know, but I see a lot of tomato peeling in mine and Benny's future. We made some salsa. I'll throw in some clips right here. So this whole pot of tomatoes that we turned into homemade chunky salsa was nearly 3/4 of a bucket full of tomatoes from the garden. The onions are not from the garden, sadly. Our onions are almost ready. We did plant some, but the peppers and the tomatoes completely from the garden. If you want the recipe on how we do our salsa, just let us know. Drop it in the comments and we would be glad to share it with you. So once we cooked down the salsa, we water bath canned it and preserved it.
Did you get any tortilla chips?
No. Look, Did y'all hear that? He just asked if I got any tortilla chips. I can make homemade
You make
tortillas.
salsa, you need tortilla chips.
I can make homemade tortilla, and homemade tortillas turned into tortilla chips, and he's not for it. I secretly
I'm just saying,
think
I'm fine
he
with
does not
making-
like my tortillas.
No, I do, and it's fine for making them for eating tacos, burritos, and all. But tortilla chips, it's just as well to go buy a $2 bag of chips, open it up, and there you go. And don't cost electricity. $2.
Touche. But you know what's in it. Anywho, we going in.
Driving down these dusty roads underneath the Texas sky so bold. Pickup truck and my old guitar, strumming tunes neath the evening star. Back roads and sunsets, whiskey in my hand, guitar strings and country dreams.
So we hope that you guys really enjoyed the little skit that we put together to tell you the story about how our baby chick came to be.
My first one ever.
We thought that y'all would like it. It is his first one ever.
Hatched out of my silkies.
That's right. He's raised up all of his silkies except for his silky rooster from little chicks that we've gotten from local breeders. So this is his very first silky chick that his silkies have hatched out.
And the word for today is football.
Football. Well, y'all, again, we hope you enjoyed it. We're going to go inside and take showers and go to bed. We're getting ate up. And we're ready to go in.
We gotta eat dinner.
That too. Gotta feed these growing boys.
You say it this time.
Don't forget to wake each day with a grateful heart. Count your blessings. See you all in the next one.
Football. It's rap.
Hey, hey, let's shout it out. Life's for living, no doubt. Raise a glass and spin around. Whiskey and wildflowers on the ground. Morning comes and we're still here, singing songs for all to hear. Don't need much, just you and me. Whiskey and wildflowers we breathe.